Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the daily 1 hour black and orange channel political tarot readings. Yay! I am known as Autumn around here, and my co-host, who is at the moment eating a snack, and who will be here shortly, my little positive energy generator, who I'm just cleaning up some fur of his at the moment. He will be here in a moment. And I'm here every day, and I usually spend the first 10 or 15 minutes where I gather your political questions, so just put them into the chat in all caps, please. And yeah, if whatever's in all caps in the chat, I'll know that you're talking to me. Whatever isn't in all caps, I assume you guys are talking to each other. So that's kind of how that works. If I don't get your question or I don't cover it today, or it seems like, oh my gosh, I keep asking questions and you never answer them, it is never anything personal, I promise. There is no super secret, emoji, combination or personal connection that you have to have that makes some people better than others. No, it's not like that. And I would just feel terrible if I thought that I was hurting your feelings. I really would. So I'm very glad you're here. I really am. Speaking of being glad they're here, our moderators, today I've got Cappy's mom and Keisha right there. And, there are the other moderators who come in as they can. And you guys, you are our troll slayers. You are epic. And you've kept us safe for months. It's huge. Huge. Thank you. Thank you. His mom saying, you've got my July 4th nails on. Yes, I do. Figured why wait until tomorrow? I'll wear them again tomorrow, but I figured why not? Let's do a little 4th of July kind of thing. Anyway, is there anything else? 10% of all income that comes into the channel from any source goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. And that is an ongoing thing. All of the work I do, all the projects I do, 10% of my gross income goes to established charities. That's just how it's all built into the system. So I think that's about it. All right, so I'm going to, if I've forgotten something, I am sorry. There is one thing I wanted to say though, a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure I've got the names I keep mispronouncing. I have my little note here. I'll try to get your names right. I'm trying. And good morning, Bluebell. Nancy left a message for me. It said that she has been watching the live stream on an iPad and that the live chat button doesn't always appear. She can't see the comments, what's going on she can't see the chat unless the button appears, and it doesn't always. So how can she fix this? She has tried doing what's in the description box, because I've got information down there on how to try to get the live chat to appear, but this is not helping her. So if anybody has a good suggestion for specifically like what to do on an iPad, please put it in the comments below. I'd be so grateful, because I tried looking online and I didn't have much luck, and yeah, but I want to help as much as I can. So I thought I would ask if you don't mind. So if you know on an iPad why like the live chat button appears sometimes and not others, or how to make it appear, please put that in a comment below. Thank you, and thank you for that. Okay, we're good to go. All right, now we're cooking with gas. I'm going to scroll all the way up, and I'm going to look for anything in all caps. Kristen, uncover the news. Will the event at Mount Rushmore be a disaster? Let's have a look. I mean, basically resets the Dakotas on fire. Could be bad. Oh. And let's have a look at that. Oops, wrong way. There we go. And let me just copy this and paste it in. I do not have an assistant other than my positive energy generator, who's not really tech savvy. So I'm afraid sometimes I have to, you guys have to see how the live stream sausage is made, I guess, or however they put that. Okay, everybody being so nice to each other. Thank you for that. Seriously. Kathy Anderson, why are people attacking those people wearing masks? Because they've taken it to be a political thing, and they equate masks with progressives and liberals and Democrats, and things have become such a divide. As a matter of fact, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to pour out my soda as I'm talking. There was one guy who was at some kind of town hall type thing, or he was speaking in front of, the town council or county council or whatever. I don't know what it was exactly, but he was up there and he was just losing his mind. I mean, he was so angry, and he was saying, "I won't be muzzled like a dog." And it was, he was just, like, just beyond angry. And it was like, dude, I don't often pull the D card, but seriously, dude, just, whoo, decaf is just as tasty. Seriously, man, it was not good. So that divide has become so deeply emotional, and there's a really interesting, I think the guy wrote a book, or he has a podcast, or both, or something, where he was talking about how, especially with Trump supporters, where they have in a sense turned it into a cult, in that the people act with a religious type fervor, and you can't use logic with them, and you can't say, look, I'm trying to keep your parents and your grandparents alive, and you yourself could get sick, or the people in your family could get sick, and it's just this small thing we're all trying to do to help. It's falling on deaf ears, because they are in that level of religious fervor, of the devout, the devoted, who look, who am I to talk about logic and strict logic? I read tarot cards on YouTube. I understand who I am in this equation, but anyway, that's what's going on. It's just crazy town. Okay, Louise. Hello, Louise. A lot of soldiers were Trump supporters. Will Trump now lose their support at the polls? Gosh, I hope so, but let's have a look. Will people at Mount Rushmore get the virus, Wondering Eyes? Hello, Wondering Eyes, another one of our fantastic moderators. Thank you. Will the event be in a disaster, and will actually, I'll just copy and paste your question. Will people at because you put it very well, will people at the Mount Rushmore event get sick? Okay, save. All right, let's see here. Oh, it jumped, and I miss questions when YouTube kicks me down to the end. Okay, hang on. Watergrove, just random, says, I submitted my last lot of papers 5 minutes ago. I can sleep well now, just officially closed off my adult teaching paper. Well, congratulations. That sounds like it was a lot of work. So, seriously, congratulations. Okay. Greg. Hello, Greg. How will Biden retaliate against Putin and Russia? Great question. Great question. All right. Okay. Calabasas gal, are we going to have to something? I can't. Is that a typo? For Biden, wait? I think you meant wait for Biden to take office to get the illness under control. Yeah. I think I already know the answer to that, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. And Asentawa. If I am mispronouncing that, please let me know just one more time. I will make a note. I've got my notes here now, because I really want to get your names correct, and it's hard to do, especially when you're reading and you're just in this alpha state of feeling the energy and the details, little details that normally you could hold on to. Just forget it. Your brain is just like, what? Huh? Sorry. Okay. Will the virus end concurrently with Biden's election? Do you mean like will I mean, that's what Trump was saying, that it was a hoax that would disappear as soon as Biden was elected. And I know you're not a Trump believer, so I'm just wondering why you're thinking that. Just please let me know. I'm not saying what you do or don't believe. I'm just curious. Okay, Renee. Hello, Renee. An older lady in Brooklyn got badly beaten for asking a young woman with a baby to wear a mask. My friend was on the bus and told me about it. Oh my gosh. That's awful. So then you had a combination of that religious fervor, and you had the mama bear instincts, because she was with her baby. She must protect her baby, and then on top of that, she's in that religious fervor mindset. This is just crazy. Stephen Hassan, The Cult of Trump, great book. Joanna, thank you. Yes, that's it. Okay. Oh, it jumped again. Wait. There was a good question. Hang on. Where was it? Okay, there's that. And okay. Cece. Why is Barr jeopardizing his career to protect Trump? He's not. He has some serious, again, he has his own political beliefs about the power of keeping people who are in power in power. The unitary executive, ultra right wing, as he said himself, history is written by the victors. To which I replied to the TV like anybody would care. And it's not going to remember you well, bucko. He doesn't see it as jeopardizing his career. Matter of fact, he's a huge success in his own eyes. So that plus the fact that, yeah, there's a little bit of past life energy seeping through, but for the most part, I don't know why I think I've got cat hair on my face from kissing the top of the cat's head. I keep having to wipe my face. Sorry. Yeah, he's responsible for what he does in this life. And he thinks he's doing what he should be doing. That and the fact that half of his family apparently is somewhere in the government or Trump administration specifically. So it just things add up. But he doesn't see it as jeopardizing his career. He's that much of a jerk. He just is. Renfield. I call him Renfield Barr. Okie dokie. Melissa. Bet Trump thinks Mount Rushmore is a natural rock formation. Yes. Oh, did you guys see the what I put up on the community post? Joyce Gibson had a fantastic, hysterical comment that I put up on the community post. So do head over there. Thank you, Joyce. That was good. That was good. Okay, Artemis. Artemis versus Venus. That's awesome. Artemis, will we do right by families we separated at the border? Will America ever regain her honor? Let's have a look at that. And Teresa's asking, will there be protests at Mount Rushmore? The tribes are upset. Let's include that in, will it be a disaster? Will there be protests? Let's include that in there. Okay. Oh, Santiwa. Grabbing a pen. Hang on. This is important. You matter. You matter to me. SANTEWA. T. Wa. Santiwa. Okay, got it. Thank you. Santiwa. Okay. Okay. Oh, jumped again. Jump. Good morrow, friends, says Cat Shepherd with her fantastic emojis again. All the hearts, kitties, and chocolate. How can you get better than that? Let's see. Melissa's asking, I'm in Maryland, will we see a resurgence of the illness in the fall? We're going to see, it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going until we have a vaccine. I'm so sorry. I've read on this over and over and over. The second wave, yeah, but it's not going to go away. There's not, I over and over and over and over. I mean, I'm here every day and I've read on this. So do check with other readers, but what I'm getting is it just keeps going until we finally get a vaccine, which is, I mean, I'm not the only person that's kind of feeling like they're going to go crazy before this ends, because my mother has COPD. And, you know, so I don't go anywhere. And yesterday she wanted to go, she was like, oh, let's go buy this attachment for the, I want to buy this attachment for this vacuum cleaner. And we just need to go, drive over by your sister's house, one of my sister's houses. And it was like, no, you should stay home. I should stay home. We should all stay home. You should order it online. I could help you order online if you want. And it's hard. It's hard. I still wipe down all my groceries. So I'm so sorry. It's not going away. Melissa's asking, will Florida get the virus under control by October? Okay, Maryland and Florida, I'll do a reading on it. Maryland Resurgence. This fall, Florida get it under control by October, or other states, but I wish I had better news. Whatever happened to Julian Assange? Keisha's asking. He's still in legal limbo. I think he's in the UK now, but the US wants to extradite him. Sorry. Worst president ever, says Kat. Yes, Debbie Johnson, that was very funny. Oh, I thought so too. That was good. Bristeris, did you know Bill Barr's father's name is Donald? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Little subconscious things going on there. And Mystical Marina, what does Putin have on Trump? Is it just that he's still financing him? You know, that's a good way to phrase that. And we know by now that how you phrase these questions has a huge impact. All right, but if I don't start reading on questions soon, I'm actually not going to get to enough of them. Okay, let me see here. Anything else? Elizabeth's asking, would also be a bad influenza season this year? Let's have a look. Because there's also that, aren't they talking about a new swine flu in China? All right. All right. I think that might be a lot. Mary, good day, Autumn. Good day, Mary. Lots of students mixing it up, says Melissa, and Gina's saying, I love your readings. Thank you. Okay, it just kicked me, I don't know, I guess to the end. 2016 RNC emails hacked by Putin. Is that what's hanging over Trump and Repub's heads? That's a good question. Okay, I'm so sorry if I missed your question, and if it was from when it jumped to the last one. I'm so sorry. Let me, thanks, I want to go anyway, says Melissa. Okay. Barr tried to see her in prison, denied by her lawyer. Really? Hi. How are you? This is my I'm so sorry. I tried to save you from the butt shot. Sorry. Hello, boo boo. How are you, precious one? How are you, precious one? You are the good kitty. You are the good kitty. Yes, you are. You are the good kitty. You are the little positive energy generator. Yes, you are. You are the good boy. You are the good boy. Okay. All right, let's is that in the news, really? Barr got hold of... Oh, okay, Debbie, I'm looking at that thing about China. Okay, if I missed your question, I am so sorry. I think Linda G calls him Billy Barf. Oh, yeah. I was in the middle of her reading from yesterday, her video from yesterday, right before I started here. Oh, gosh. Okay, so let's start some readings. And you know what? Since I am a child of the 70s, and it is July 3rd, Millennial Kitty. Yes, you. Actually, you might even be Gen Z. He's like, I'm not anything. I am the kitty. I am my own cat. Yes. Whoa, what was that? Sorry if that shook the camera. Okay. Anyway, I'm a child of the 70s, and let me look, hang on. And since I was around for the bicentennial, feline American, exactly, which means the center of existence, very much reminds me of, let me turn this light on since the kitty is not here. Very, very bicentennial. So we're doing the whole kind of retro bicentennial look today. So we're gonna do our 70s tastic to deck. Okay. Oh, sorry to use caps. It says Debbie. It has nothing to do with politics. If anyone is using a red nectar for hummingbirds, stop. It causes cancer. Oh, I almost made the mistake. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Kay Nelson. I'm so sorry that I did not catch the rear end in time. I'm so sorry. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle here for a second because we're starting at Mount Rushmore. Okay. Good grief, it's 26 already. All right. Okay, let's just say it's 27. Okay. Okay, Trump is having a rally. I'm still laughing about it. Perfect timing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thanks. Anne is asking Mount Rushmore. I missed that question. Is Trump trying to get his face up there? Oh, thank heavens, no. He's decided to have his big 4th of July rally there. His big 4th of July thing. I think that Dave is saying, I think Trump believes he'll be meeting with Team America. Oh, that is awesome. Wow. I think that's a relief. Okay, so Trump is trying to have, he basically, he wanted to have a big military parade in Washington, D.C., but he would have to get the military to go along with it, and he would also need to get the mayor of D.C. to go along with it, and that's so not happening considering all the protests. So he thinks he's going out into a safe red state where he can and be there for Mount Rushmore, and I don't know, maybe he'll announce he wants his own face, but who knows. But it's so disrespectful to the Native Americans to have fireworks there. Yes, because Lakota chief says he is not invited up there. Exactly, Renee. The problem is there's a reason that other presidents haven't been going up there, haven't been using that as any kind of backdrop for a good 10 years, certainly not fireworks, because the area has been going through a huge long-term drought. Crazy Park Service is having fireworks in DC. Mayor says don't come, but it's on national parkland. Yeah, so he's going to unnecessarily expose 1,700 troops to the illness, and he's going to have fireworks in a place that's in a terrible drought and probably causing some kind of forest fire, because he's a genius with a J. Rumor has it, says Pam, Trump will have his ugly mug projected onto Mount Rushmore when he speaks. Rumor only. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to laugh at that. That's just, oh, please, please, Trump, be that pathetic. Oh, please, please be that pathetic. That would be in every other ad until Election Day. My gosh. Nancy's saying, we had a virtual Canada today, no increase in numbers. Yeah, sure. You have someone running your country who believes in things like science and who is not a malignant narcissist. And you actually have a government who's taking care of your people. Sure, rub it in. I know. He just keeps giving his opponents ammunition for ads. Yes. So, is this whole Mount Rushmore thing going to be a disaster? Okay. Closing my eyes for a second, sit up straight. Is Trump's Mount Rushmore, whatever, 4th of July, whatever, is it going to be a disaster? Well, 5 of Wands, that's the card of rancor among people. People arguing, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, he's doing so, he's just, he was trying to find something big and splashy he could use for a backdrop. And in a red state, in a red area, center of the country, where he thinks he'll be safer there. I didn't realize that the mountain, Renee is saying, is a sacred mountain to the Native Americans that we've already disrespected with our carvings. Yep. Yes, indeed. Okay, High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Justice. It's not going to go well. He wants a big splashy thing because he's a narcissist, and also his secrets are coming out, and it's undermining. It's making his position, his political strength, very, very unsteady. Okay. Craig is saying, I'd rather see Boo Boo's butt up here and here than Trump's face. Oh, that is good. That is good. Center of the reading, it's Trump dynasty. I'm so important. Yeah, project is, let's, please, oh please, Trump, project your face up there. Please. Because I will laugh. I will laugh. And this is, he's just a sad little pathetic person who, it's just yuck. He's a sad little pathetic person because he sees himself the same way he saw himself when he was back in military school. But this is also all of those 1,700 people who are going to, for the military, who are going to have to be there. But then we've got the Justice card. Let's find out more about this Justice card. Is that a judge steps in at the last minute and says you can't do this? I doubt it. Our judicial system would actually have to, especially in that part of the country, would have to side with Native Americans. And yeah, like that ever happens, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that they don't, please understand, don't misunderstand what I just said. It's a disgrace how appallingly the Native American people have been treated in America, in the U.S. What's with the Justice card? Partnership. Excuse me. Partnership. And it feels like, for some reason, I'm getting true partnership. Like, not just people who are, enemy of my enemy, but there's some kind of true partnership there. 9 of Pentacles, Lover's card, 7 of Pentacles. I'm being drawn to the mountain. what this is actually doing is Trump thinks this is going to make him look important, but what he's actually doing is he thinks he's going to be, the most important. This is the card of the fortunate one, the fortunate, and his devoted followers, and he thinks he's going to be the center, but actually what he's doing is he's drawing huge media attention to Native American causes and the way they have not been treated with justice. So, well done. You decided you're going to ignore the disrespect, the way you're disrespecting Native Americans, and it's going to come back and bite you. And that's what the media is going to be talking about. Okay. Will there be protests? Honestly, I kind of hope there aren't. I really hope there aren't. I don't want people getting sick. We have got to just, I know it's so hard to hunker down. I know how hard it is. But we've got to. It's the only way we're gonna get through this. Page of Swords. Ace of Rods, Temperance, Hanged Man. I've got Temperance right in the middle. So protests, this is someone taking action, but this is someone suspending taking action. Maybe Trump wants there to be protests, but he's specifically chosen somewhere in the middle of the country. And I've got a Temperance card, so I'm not getting the Tower and the Devil and things like that. So, Berserk's Autumn, it is so true. He especially hates the casino tribes because he saw them as competition to his loser businesses. Exactly. Okay. We are at 30, almost 38, because I am slow today. All right, 38. Let me see if I can nip through some of these questions. Will people at Mount Rushmore get sick? Stay home. I get this every time I read on anything. Is somebody going to get sick? When I read on the different states, I'm going to get the same energy from my guides, because it's like, I hear you guys, but it's like I can't prove that I have guides, and I can sense them, but there are certain things about spirituality that, I guess because my own family, my family was Catholic, my family's extremely devoted Catholic, so they allow, their view of the world, their mindset allows for the spiritual to affect the material. But there are just certain beliefs I have that I still have that critical voice somewhere in the back of my head saying, or the people who, you shouldn't care what other people, you should do your own thing. And obviously, I'm here. But there's this part of me that's like, guides? Really? It's like, yeah, but that's just my experience. So, I don't know their names. They switch out now and then. I don't know specifics, but I can sense them right there. And I'm very grateful to them. But I get from my guides over and over and over. It's like they've got a spiritual bullhorn, and they're like, tell them to stay home. Tell them to not go out. Tell them to wear masks. Don't go out. Don't go out. Wear masks. Wipe down everything. Embrace your inner germaphobe, and then double it. That's what I'm getting from them. Well, that is the corruption right there. We even have a fly in the middle. Two of Wands, the World. Nine of Wands, Temperance, the Moon. Yeah. People there are going to get sick. Trump wants to communicate to the world. He has, this is a card I've been getting for ages, about all of the people who protect Trump. They stand in a line and they protect him. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. And he's trying to say, oh, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. Howling at the moon. Howling at the moon. Not fine. Not even a little fine. Matter of fact, while I'm here, 41. Okay, 41. I just completely misspelled Resurgence. Okay, Maryland. Will Maryland have a resurgence in the fall? Will Florida get the virus under control by October? All right, let me close my eyes here. Will Maryland have a resurgence in the fall? Will Florida get things under control by October? And these will be symbolic of, I'm sure these will be symbolic of what other states are going to go through, but let's see. Okay, Maryland. Maryland, resurgence in the fall. I know. I have told them, stay home. I get it. I get it. I'm home. Where do you think I'm, So you're arguing with my guides now. It's like, look, quit yelling at me. Where do you think I'm filming this from? I've told the nice people. I want them. I care about them. I care about you guys. I want you to be okay. Tower. Look at that. Card for the readings. Maryland, resurgence in the fall. Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Death card in the middle. Two of Swords is the decision card. Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. People are suffering. They really are running out of money. People are hungry. People are trying to help each other, sticking with family wherever they can, but domestic violence is up too, and it's just, sticking with friends online or doing whatever you can. I've got the Death card right in the middle. That's not good. I've got the card of decisions, and I've got the card of the sword of truth. Is there going to be a resurgence in the fall? I've got Death right in the middle, I'm afraid. And then it's how many people are going to have to pass on? How many people are we going to have to lose before the right wing finally says, oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I specifically wore my blue nail on my left hand and my red nail on my right hand, which, take that as like an underscoring of a message. This is a message to the Republicans. For people outside of the country, Democrats' color is blue, Republicans' color is red. This is a message to the Republicans. How many people do we have to lose before you realize this is not a hoax, a joke, a liberal plot? Florida. Will Florida get things under control by October? Hierophant, okay, it's institutions. 10 is a burden. 10 of Wands, okay. 5 of Cups is the card of disappointment. The Star, which is a card of hope, and 3 of Pentacles. This feels a little bit better. It feels like Maryland will more people will be taking it seriously. But this is, the state is, and the government, and I don't think this is just in Florida, but in Florida specifically, the government is going to be so burdened by the illness and the damage it's doing and the people it's losing and the costs and all of that negativity. And by October, there's going to be disappointment. It's not going to be great. I'm so sorry. I wish I had a better answer. But what Florida, because of this burden that's going to freak people out, what's going to happen is there is going to be some hope, and this feels like hospitals, there is going to be more focus on doing the right thing. There's going to be people stepping up and saying, no, we're going to do the right thing, and they're going to, but this is hospitals right here. I've got hospitals for the final. And I've got a tower for the reading, and right underneath that, I've got the Fool. Guess who that is? Sorry if I sound annoyed. I am not annoyed with you. I'm annoyed with this idiot. I'm beyond annoyed. People are dying. I'm annoyed. Okay, so let me shuffle here for a second. We'll go on to the next question, see if I can get through some more. Okay, we are at almost 47. Okay. Let me just shuffle here for a second. Soldiers. Okay, a lot of soldiers were Trump supporters. Are they going to see the light after all of this is happening? Are soldiers going to be moving away from Trump? Is Trump going to lose military? Is a good, a big number of his military supporters? Is Trump going to lose 2 there? Great number of his military supporters. Let's see here. Heavy subjects, but we can all benefit from humor and Boo Boo Kitty. Thank you, Renee. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, the kitty's not even in the room. But I don't blame him. They're not pleased. They're so not pleased. This is the Judgment card for anyone who's just listening. All right, I've got 2 cards for the first one. The military is not entirely, it's not like a monolith of Republicans. It can seem that way sometimes, but it's not actually the truth. And they fell into 2 camps. One is for Democrats, but the others, it isn't just Republicans, it's Trump. It's that cult of Trump. So, oh, my nails work. Here we go. For Democrats, for Trump. For Democrats, it's about the partnership. For the Trump supporters, it's about Trump himself. There we go. That's what's first. Then we get the 4 of Wands, which is what I call the vacation card. We get the 7 of Cups, which is lies. We get the 6 of Swords, and we get the 7 of Wands. Okay, so this acts like 1 card. All right, so let's just put this together here. That's 1 card, which means the center card is, the center of it all is Trump's lies. And the way he has, all the things he has hidden, including big old Trump Tower Moscow possibly, or whatever else he's being promised. And what other money he's had, and he wouldn't have his third trophy wife if the Russians hadn't come in and saved him financially. King of Wands looks like Dumpy Jr. It's a defensive position. So it was kind of a, I mean, the Democrats won the popular vote in the 2016 election, but Trump won, at least officially won, sorry, I dropped the cards. He at least officially won the Electoral College. What's the Electoral College, you ask, from outside the country? The most ridiculous compromise that our founding fathers put together, which said that the president would be the one office where you couldn't get into office just by the popular vote, and that each state would choose a number of people to be in what's called the Electoral College. And they should vote based on how the people where they're from voted, but faithless elector, it gets complicated, and then it simplifies, and it is what allowed both George W. to defeat oh, thank you, Pristeris. It allowed George W. to defeat Gore, even though Gore won the popular vote, and it allowed Trump to defeat Hillary, even though Hillary won the popular vote. Democrats really want to get rid of the Electoral College. Republicans really don't, and you can see why. So even though Hillary won the popular vote, Trump won the Electoral College, Trump became president. He also got the Senate, and the House of Representatives also both went majority Republican. Oh, red nails. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. So it was their little, Republican, time of seek help. Left hand, straight out, seek help for those jerks. Anyway, and it's all Trump's entire everything is smoke and mirrors. It's just smoke and mirrors. It's funny. I'm being drawn to this wreath, like the Trump had a cameo in that. Thank you. Thank you, Twana. Thank you. Trump had a cameo in that Home Alone Christmas movie. Everything that Trump is. Remember, Trump is still getting money from the Actors Guild because he had those bit parts. I mean, he's making serious money still. Oh my gosh. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so the military who are being sent overseas end up in defensive positions and fearing for their lives. Thank you. Pamela, thank you. Hang on just a second. Okay, Gina's saying SCOTUS, the Supreme Court put Bush in instead of Gore, who won. They put it in because they said that the December 14th deadline for the Electoral College had to be respected. And it still came down to the Electoral College. And yeah, the Supreme Court has a lot to answer for too, but it was a mess. But the soldiers going, they're going overseas, they're risking their lives, and now and their lives are being bought and sold for, their bounties on their heads on top of everything else from Putin, and the President of the United States knew about it and did nothing. Nothing. And they're seeing now what this really is. Now they are seeing. I'm getting, I mean, I'm mad, but I'm getting that they're mad too. Let's see here. You guys are so good to me. Thank you. So they're seeing all of that and they're angry. Are they angry enough to change their vote? This is why I end up using so many cards. It feels like I get it's like I'm being moved along it's like a story and I'm going chapter by chapter by chapter, but I don't always, it's like sometimes I've got to, I don't know, keep going to get more answers. So are they going to move away from Trump? Because that's what happened. Oh, they are heartbroken. There are, oh my gosh, this is a card of heartbreak. This is families who have lost. Oh my gosh, hold it together. Hold it together. The nice people here have not come here to just like hear you cry. I'm here to read, to hold it together. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Strength. We're better than this. We're better than that. We're better than this. We're better than this. And that is all the political swords in Trump's back. And that is coming together under Biden's banner. It isn't even so much Democrats, it's Biden. They trust Biden to be loyal. They trust him to be decent. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Yep. You done messed up, Trump. And you can have Kellyanne Conway go out there and Kaylee Soldersoul, whatever, to go out there and try to spin this that, oh, it wasn't, they weren't sure what, no, nobody's buying it. This is too serious and too egregious. 57.5. Ha, speaking of Biden, how is a real president going to retaliate against Putin and Russia? How is Biden going to retaliate? That's the thing I'm getting from I'm getting from Biden, the energy I'm reaching out my energy. He is so fed up with Russia. He's certainly not going to let it slide. But at the same time, it's not like he just sees him as one of many, many threats. And he cares. I know this is going to make me just sound like you're just biased, you're just politically biased, you just want a Democrat to win. But I do readings all the time. Oh, look, King of Cups. I get Cups for Democrats. He would be the King of Cups. He gets in. Yeah, I can understand if someone's like, no, you're just biased, but longtime viewers can let you know that is not always how this works. I get perfectly good cards for perfectly rotten people. And I get bad cards, bad futures for really good people. But the energy I'm getting is that, Biden was vice president, so he may not have, he obviously didn't have the same amount of power that Barack Obama did, obviously. But this is not his first rodeo. And he feels how people are hurting. He's a Scorpio, and he understands those deep emotions. And as far as, okay, so let's look specifically at what he's going to do to Russia. But Russia's just one of the many things he's got to and he's going to just work his way through. We're going to prioritize, we're going to go in there, we're going to get good people. Okay, you are a good person, and not like Kushner, handing everything to Kushner. No, it's going to be like, okay, this You are the expert in this area. You have years of experience and expertise in this area. You handle this piece. Okay, you have expertise in this area, and you handle this piece. You have the most knowledge of anybody, and I know you left the government, and I understand why, but please come back. Because you are the best person to help, and we need you. So, how's he going to retaliate against Russia? And more's going to come out. That feels very clear. More's going to come out about the Trump-Russia connection. And the more that comes out, the more Putin's, great, he's going to be president until 2036. Or not. 8 of Cups. I just said more's going to come out. This is the card of witnesses. Coming in, leaving evidence, going. This is what the card I call this card leaving a token. It can be leaving evidence. It can be leaving stuff. Or sometimes it can be like when it's like Trump, where he has different parts of his personality, different characteristics, but he's just completely missing the empathy. He has plenty of anger and self-righteousness and all these other emotions, but empathy, it's just missing. But leaving a token. There's going to be a lot that's going to come out. Okay, 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is going to be a nostalgia, back to 4 years ago, which seems like a million years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. But it's gonna be like, oh, wonderful retro. We have a retro president in the sense of he's not a traitor. He actually cares about the country. He cares about people. He wants to do the right thing. He's not going to let foreign leaders pay bounties to kill our soldiers and then invite him to join back to try to get everybody to reward him. Oof. Page of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands, this is the card of the messenger. A message is going to be sent very clearly that this is not, the Trump era is over, and Putin's going to understand that very clearly. King of Swords are in the middle. Well, those are going to be, because there are investigations. This is a card I used to get from Mueller. Let me see. Knight of Cups. Okay. Democrats digging further down into what Putin has done. And the Emperor. But this is the new Emperor. Well, this is digging down into what Trump did when he was the Emperor. But the Emperor can also be just a leader. And I know for the last 4 years this card has kept coming up as Trump. And the Emperor as in he thinks he's king. But it can just be like a president. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an awful card. It can be, the Emperor card can be a great father figure. It can be someone who really takes responsibility. The buck stops here. Or it can be Trump. So this is digging into what Trump did, but it's also starting from here, from beginning to end, new era. It's a new era, and I think before he's going to make sure sanctions are in place and some old ones put back into place. I think that's kind of a given, to be honest. But he's going to wait to get as full a picture as possible before he does anything more extreme. How extreme is it going to get? How extreme is Biden's reaction to Russia going to get? I mean, are we talking, is the word I'm looking for embargoes? Or are we talking, what are we talking here? Mimi, I'm completely with you. that it's appalling. Trump allowing Putin to put bounties on the heads of our soldiers. Despicable in all capital letters. Yes. Yes. How bad is the reaction going that Biden, how extreme is his reaction going to get? Is his demand for justice, his demand for, in the immortal words of Barack Obama, Putin to knock it off. Hierophant, full weight and force of the United States government. And this is institutions, so whatever, seriously, there's going to be, I get the sense that in Europe, it's like the entire continent of Europe is just going to have a huge sigh of relief when Trump is out and Biden comes in. So, Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, Devil cards in the center, Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands. All right, so yeah, he's sanctions, but also waiting for more information on just how did the corruption work? How far did it go? How wide was it? Who was fully involved? Europe, how about us? Yes, I agree. As far as extreme, it's the Knight of Wands, so it's absolutely taking action. If there's one card, the Ace of Wands, because it's wands are fire signs, so that they're about action, they're about movement, they're about acting. The Ace of Wands is about starting a big action. The Knight of Wands if there's a card about taking action, this would be it. But it feels like it's specific. It's targeted. It's targeted where it's going to hurt Putin as deeply as possible while doing as little damage as possible to the Russian people. But he wants all the details. He wants to know, follow the money, follow every penny. What about that bank in Cyprus? What about the way that money's been laundering? What about Deutsche Bank? What about all the things from earlier in these 4 years that people have forgotten about? He's going to want all that information. He's going to want experts, investigations. He's going to do this properly, but he's not going to be he's not going to limit himself the way Mueller did. He's not going to be like, well, I can't do this and I can't do that and I'm not going to, and I can't get this, so I'm not going to look into it. No. But he's going to make sure it's done thoroughly and it's done right. And Bill Barr is going to go down in history as the toad that he is. Okay, 60, we're almost at 69. I can probably get one more in. I'm sorry I've been so long-winded today. There's so many good questions here. All right. Okay, that's interesting. I'm being drawn. Gosh, there's so many questions here I want to keep going on, but I'm tired. I can't. 69. Okay. The RNC emails were hacked by Putin. That and other thing is our Republicans, because it's not just Trump. It's mostly Trump, but it's not just Trump. Does Putin have something specific hanging over the heads of the Republicans? And what exactly does he have over Trump? So let's start with the Republicans. Does Putin have something over the heads of all these Republicans that won't speak out about what Putin has done? Because the ones who very obviously are not remotely compromised. They're actual just Republicans, just conservatives. They are livid at what Putin's done and Trump's reaction to it. And it's like, oh, spot the person who isn't corrupt. Ding. I mean, it's not just like, oh, this person's not talking, this person's sort of saying some mealy-mouthed Susan Collins level stuff. No, 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 no. There are a few Republicans who are just, it's like, no reaction, huge reaction, which is how it should be. Does Putin have, is he got stuff hanging over, you know, Lindsay and, well, Mitch, that's money. He's already shown his true colors. All right, Seven of Pentacles. So this is the Fruits of Labor card. Okay, what are the fruits of labor here? Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Six of Wands. He helped them get elected. Four of Wands. Seven of Swords. One way or the other, it's actually he helped them get elected. And he helped as many as possible stay in power by nefarious means. That's what Putin's done. And they know it. So if they don't go along with Putin, is it like scandals going to come out? It just feels like their power, they're massively on the defensive and they're losing. They need that help. Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. Keisha, Autumn, I was just about to ask. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Communicating. This card of communication. This is, you know, everything coming against them. And then the card that I call quiet as a tomb. It doesn't mean death. It's just everything goes completely quiet. Every blue moon. If I had this next to the death card, I'd say, but this is quiet as a tomb. As in their political prospects. Like, they're trying to put out their ads. They're trying to try to, you know, do the normal thing. But there's so much coming against them. So much coming against the Republican candidates when they run in so many places. And Putin was able to quiet it down. But because of that, what's going to happen is there's not so much they can do, and their own prospects are, their political future is going dead silent. NRA money would be part of it. It feels like it's part of it. Let's see. Ian saying Hillary was qualified to leave. 45 is not. Yes. Yeah. NRA. Everybody's asking about the NRA. Let's see if the NRA's linked in here. Ugh, what a cesspool that. They seriously, NRA energy is just a cesspool. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, doling out money. Bit by bit by bit. And I have lots of money to dole out here and there. Everybody has their hand out. NRA, star. They used to be the kingmakers. 10 of Wands, burden. Ace of Swords, sword of truth. Yeah, that's not going to keep going. But yeah, they used to be the kingmakers. And then it all imploded just after the election, if you guys remember that. But yeah, they're going to get looked into, I think, more. Not as much as they should. But the NRA is... I've read on them before. They're going to have to make some major changes and retrench and go back to some basics about the NRA being about just gun safety. Like, I want to own a gun. Okay, well here are some classes and here's some information about gun safety. I mean, It's hard to even wrap your head around the idea that that's what they used to be. But they were. That's what they were. All right, so my last, I'll throw just a few cards because I'm already at 75 and a bit. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. And see if I get anything different, because let's say 75 and a half. Let's say has over Trump. Okay. Okay, so lastly, let me just see if I can pull out anything else. What does Putin have over Trump? What does he have? What's he got hanging over Trump's head? I think I know, but no. Just I could be totally wrong. It's never been super specific, I guess. But no, let me know what's going on here. I'm trying to send my energy up to try to get out of my own beliefs. What does Putin have on Trump? What's he got hanging over Trump? What does Putin have hanging over Trump? Because it feels very much like Putin could ruin Trump. Absolutely ruin him. But Putin knows that if Trump doesn't get back in, Biden will eventually. Money. That's what I've gotten all along. Putin is 67. Yikes. Putin knows loans. Yep. 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Trump was completely broken financially, and nobody would lend to him because he's a terrible business person. Absolutely terrible. So he tried to make friends with the Russians and get some money from the oligarchs. Knight of Swords. 10 of Cups. And he thought, I'm being reminded, he thought Hillary was going to win. He already had this in, and so he was moving forward to, this is going to come out later, but he was already moving forward to do Trump Tower Moscow, to all of this, and he thought Hillary was going to win, and then he won. And it was like, oh. And then it took him a minute to wrap his head around that, and then once he did, it just took his narcissism, his sense of himself, it took his head and just blew it up to the size of Jupiter. Putin could ruin him, but he doesn't want to. He really doesn't want to. He thinks Trump's an idiot. And compared to most people, Trump's an idiot. But compared to Putin, Trump really is an idiot. Putin is one of the scariest people I've ever read on. I try not to read on him. And he is cunning. Loans, yep. It's always money. And that's what's going to, I've gotten over and over and over, that's what's really going to bring Trump down. It's the money, finally. King of Wands, that's Trump as the man. Death card, Queen of Swords, 5 of Swords, Justice, 5 of Wands. Okay, that was just Trump the man for the reading. What Trump did when he was investigated, that should have been the end of him politically. It should have. But with Republican help, insult to injury, everything he did, well, it was just the Republicans saying, no, it's fine. But justice is coming. And when justice shows up, ooh, oh, it's gonna get ugly when the truth comes out. So I will leave you on that. I will leave you on that note for today. I'm so sorry I didn't get to all your questions. There were some good ones. I'll copy them into tomorrow's in the comments tomorrow. And if you guys want me to read on those again, just paste them into the chat and I'll read on them tomorrow. Because there's some good questions. I will leave you with this. Justice, she is coming. She is coming for Trump. All right. Hang in there, everybody. Hang in there. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, and have a vegan donut, Kathy's saying. Oh gosh, I had one yesterday. I had to look at my health app. It's saying I'm only supposed to have like 33 grams of sugar a day. Just one of those donuts has 31. It's like, oh. So yeah, not too often, but I needed one yesterday. Ugh. All right, but you guys hang in there. We're gonna get through this together. Thank you to moderators. Thank you. You guys are just, the Troll Slayers are epic, absolutely epic. You guys make this possible. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and your support is huge. It really does make this possible. So, all right, hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care.